Hello, everyone, and welcome to Beyond Food Market Podcast number 40. We got the big 40, guys. Super stoked, super excited about today. This is our year-end review. We're going to do a review of what happened this whole year of 2021 and get ready for 2022. So let's just jump right into it. So if you've been following me, you know I am on a mission to bring allergy-friendly plant-based foods into underserved communities of Chicago and eventually bring food into underserved communities throughout America, and specifically areas known as food deserts. So let's talk about what's been happening. Let's just jump right into the TikTok thing. TikTok's been really going very well for me. We've jumped our account from 100 to over 150,000 followers. I think I'm building momentum. I'm learning how to be more creative, learning how to be a storyteller on the platform. Still listening to my mentors, Gary Vaynerchuk and David Meltzer. Speaking about David Meltzer, let's jump into what happened this year as Beyond Food Market overall. So overall, here are the big accomplishments that I think we did. Number one, I was able to pitch our idea on a Chicago-based organization called Tech Rise Chicago that featured minority entrepreneurs. We pitched for a chance for $40,000. It didn't work too well. I completely blew it. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna get ready for the next pitch. I'm gonna be ready for the next pitch. I was psyching myself up. I'm like, I'm ready. And next thing you know, I manifested this, and Dave Meltzer's 2-Minute Drill contacted me that I had applied for like last year. And they contacted me like, hey, we got a spot, you want in? I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm sure, because I'm like, I'm stoked, I'm ready, I'm gonna do it. So the day of, all I remember was like, going like this and scrolling and talking. I remember talking and scrolling. And I'm like over here, like an outer body experience. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing? Why are you don't even know what you're looking at. I'm like, because I was like this. I'm like, why are you scrolling? And I'm like, oh my God, do you even know what you're saying? I'm like, holy cow, dude. And I was like this, like, oh. Anyway, so needless to say, we're going to find out what happens in January. I don't think I fared too well because I heard the other people. So that's a personal experience. Let's continue. And the first one, I bobbed as well. So 3 times is the charm. Perhaps the 3rd time will be better. We also had the opportunity to try the world's first vegan honey. There's a company called Melly Bio where these 2 guys came together and created the world's first vegan honey through precise fermentation. So it's identical. They say it's identical to the bee's honey. We had the opportunity. They sent it to me. I made a TikTok. It was a freaking amazing honey. It was just like honey. It blew my mind. It's a game changer. And that's my opinion. We'll see what happens. Also, we had a chance to try a new vegan egg by Nubaz, and it is an egg plant-based substitute made from a legume. If you have tried Just Egg, they control 99.2% of the entire world market on plant-based egg, and they use mung beans. And so this one was using a legume. It was like, we tried it. It was really good. I really liked it. It was really good. Doesn't microwave well, but it cooks on the stove well. And there's like this distinct taste at the end that kind of like kicks in like a little eggy flavor. So I really like that. What else did we do? We got a crypto wallet. We set up an NFT. It was one of my tweets. I think I put up an NFT. I don't even know where it's at. So we're ready for the crypto market. Growing on Instagram as well. We've put in, I think we had like maybe 400 followers last year, and now we're at 1,200 or something like that. I think we at least got 1,000 followers this year. It seems like for every 10,000 followers I get on TikTok, I get 1,000. No, that's completely wrong. Every 100,000 followers, I get 1,000. So I get every 100,000 followers, I gotta get a lot more. Just growing. So overall, guys, just starting to really expand on my content. I've been putting in a lot of work, learning more and more content. I've been focusing on trying to become a better storyteller, focusing on content. I just, anytime I'm in doubt, I'll just listen to my mentor. So every time I kind of like wonder like, what should I do? All I hear is Gary Vaynerchuk say, more content. And then I also hear him say patience. And I'm starting to like think about enjoying this process, enjoying the process that we're on. Because when I first, like maybe a year and a half ago, I was kind of like, oh my God, I've got to become a better content creator. And I was like, so like worried. I'm like, okay, relax. I've got to start relaxing. I've got to stop freaking out and just know that it's going to be coming because I have been listening to Abraham Hicks. I've set my whole mindset. My whole mindset's different now. It's just, it's a different mindset. If you're not familiar with like Abraham Hicks or things those like a metaphysical level, it just won't make sense because like me, I didn't start making sense of this stuff until a couple years ago, and I'm 50. So 48 years of my life, I thought it was kind of like what are you talking about? But I started listening to like people like Dr. Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, Abraham Hicks, people like that just kind of like expanded my mind where I was like, whoa. So I think this year I was able to expand my mind a little bit more and just start doing the law of attraction. So here's the crazy part, guys. We had went on Dave Meltzer's 2-minute drill, and I manifested this. I wrote his name down. Him and Gary Vaynerchuk, November 23rd, 2020. And these were my goals. And also look, on January 8th, I also put How to Pitch by Dave Meltzer because he was giving us a pitch thing. So I was like, I gotta make the ask, prepare quick. So I'm writing down credibility, quantify the value. Because on the 21st of January last year exactly, 1 year ago, I had manifested this. So it's interesting. It's interesting to see that manifestation that it happened. And what's going to happen? I don't know. And I think over the year, I just grew more as far as thinking about how I want to leverage this, how I want to align. I feel like I'm just really starting to build the groundwork. It's like just lay down foundation and say, okay. Because I'm thinking about, I hear Gary Vaynerchuk talking about legacy, long term. I see what he's doing with his brand. And I'm like, oh my God, okay. So I'm taking cues from him and I'm like, okay, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's doing all this. I'm on every social media platform. I've got a Discord, I've got a Twitch, I've got a podcast, I've got everything. It's about just building awareness and building his brand. He's building his brand. So I'm like, okay, I got to start doing that. So now I'm thinking long term now because I'm seeing as I come onto social media, as I hit 50 years old and now I'm on social media because I never really was on social media my whole life. I kind of was like, whatever, that was not for me. But as I got onto social media this year, it's like the things that Web 3.0, NFTs, crypto, just the opportunity, augmented reality, the metaverse, and just being here. Speaking about amazing things, I want to just toss this in. I am on LinkedIn as well, and just seeing a lot of these things in LinkedIn. And I follow this lady called Elizabeth Alfano, and she does something called the Plant-Based Business Hour, where she interviews the who's who in the plant-based world. They literally are saying that 15, 20 years, animal agriculture as we know it, it's over, done. It's done. They're growing it in the labs. They're growing meat in bioreactors. As a matter of fact, they've been selling it in Tokyo for over a year and a half. Yeah, that long. So this year I've just grown and just laying down the foundation and just learning to just build this brand. I'm just building slow and we'll see what happens, That's the path. I'm just going to build slow and just see what happens. And I'm just thinking long term and say, I've got to just start building this up because I see what's happening on TikTok. I see the things that's happening with social media. I see the possibility there. I know what's possible now. I'm like, holy fuck, I got to get in it. And right now I feel it's like the perfect opportunity. Well, I'm sure anytime's good, but I feel like now it's beautiful. And that's what I'm doing right now, setting this up and just move forward. Not worry about moving forward either because I've also been on this enlightening thing about manifestation and aligning and vibrating differently. And so I'm looking forward to what happens there. That's it. That's going to be my podcast. That's our end of the year review. We grew. We had some experiences with some vegan honey, the egg, NFT, crypto, etc., etc. Everything's looking beautiful. I'm looking forward to next year and see what next year holds. Very excited because I just feel like, again, guys, you're following a guy that doesn't know what he's doing. But I just keep hearing everyone say, you don't have to worry about how it's going to happen. You don't have to worry about any of that. You really have to just have the vision, feel the vision, know it's coming, and period. And that's it. So I have this vision of helping people, bringing food into underserved communities of America, and I'm feel like I'm vibrating at a higher frequency, and I feel like if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I know a lot of people like when I would say things like when people would say things like that to me back like maybe 5 years, 10 years ago, I'd be like, what are you talking about, bro? You're gonna do something. But I hear all these like more enlightened people speak about letting it go, Abraham Hicks specifically, and just letting it flow and just stopping any kind of obstruction and just vibrate. So that's it. That's my year-end review. Thanks for everybody who's following the journey of a guy sleeping on his mother's couch trying to end food deserts in America by reinventing the corner store with healthy food options in food deserts using our patent pending vending machine. So we will see you next year. Have a beautiful 2022. Peace and love.